I'm going to talk about my 8 years of self-harm. So here we go. When I was 8, this is when it all started, after I left my abusive dad on the 7th of February 2005. And then on 16th of March 2005, that's when it all started. I got a pencil in school and I cut myself, and it all happened in school. I remember that. And then I burnt myself quite a few times when I was 8. It was easy to hide, that's why. I had the first suicide attempt then as well, because life was really hard and I had no one to go to. I didn't know what to do, I was confused. And when I was 9, I was still self-harming. When I was 10, again, I was just carrying on because it was something I was used to, taking away my pain. Then when I was 11, I had to move to high school. It was very stressful. I was scared I was going to get bullied. I wasn't one of my best friends around me at the time, so I was scared in case I didn't make friends. So self-harm got progressively worse then, a little bit. When I was 12, I was still self-harming. When I was 13, self-harm got worse because I started using earrings. It sounds stupid, but it was something a bit sharper for me, and it hurt me a bit more and took away more pain. Then when I was 14, this is when I first started using blades. It's a very scary time when I first cut them on, but I think I've got used to it now, and it's very comforting to have them with me all the time. And then I had a second suicide attempt because life was really hard at this point. My mum finally found out in the autumn, it was, I think. She called me mental, got me a social worker and things, so it got really progressively worse, self-harm did. When I was 15, I got kicked out by my mum on the 12th of February 2012, and this was just 2 days after my birthday, so it was very worrying for me. And I had no choice but to go back to my dad, and I got referred to CAMHS as well at this point. Obviously I still self-harm now, it's quite bad, but even though I left my abusive dad when I was 8, I thought it might have all changed, but obviously I was wrong. I was proven wrong because my dad found out in the September when I school ran home. He checked me every day, didn't believe me in wore jumpers. Basically I weren't allowed to wear jumpers or anything that covered my arms, because he would always want to see them. So it was quite upsetting for me, the hard time. And then in November it got that bad that I started to starve myself and wanted to die more. So I had my third suicide attempt, which has been the worst ever. And it was really hard for me, and I didn't know who to turn to. I had just one friend that I did. I turned to Leah and she helped me. And I starved myself up until January. I lost over like 4 stone, 4.5 stone, something like that. On 30th of Jan, my dad finally kicked me out, didn't want me anymore, said he never wanted me. It was really hard, and I had no choice but to move back to my mum just after nearly enough a year of living with my dad. It didn't even last long. My mum took me to the doctor because I tried to slit my wrists so many times, it was unreal. And I got told I had depression and that I'd been mentally abused by my dad, and that's why I was self-harming like really bad. They referred me to CAMHS again and things like that. When I was 16, well just a month after I was 16, in the March 2013 this year, I refused to go CAMHS because I thought I didn't need any help. I thought I had people I could talk to about it, and I thought it was stable and whatever, but I'm not. Because on the 17th of July 2013 I tried to commit suicide for the 4th time because I really had enough. It was quite scary because the next day I ended up in a hospital with appendicitis, and I was so scared I was going to find out that I tried to kill myself, but they never. So I was quite a lucky girl really. My mum still doesn't know anything. I think it all stopped back in January when I moved back in, but she's wrong and I've had enough. And this just shows that my 8 years of self-harm, my whole life has been really hard. I've had to move from family to family. I've had to go through mental abuse and abuse in myself, bullying, stress and everything, and depression. And anyone suffering out there, try and get help, talk to people. It is good because I talk to Leah now and she helped me that much that I feel better in myself some days. I can sometimes go a week without cutting because of her. Not all the time, but sometimes. So just think, guys, if you're struggling, talk to someone please. It's the best option, trust me.